who is it? And then we could only think, we were like, we were
behind for
1 year, sir, easily 1
year,
year.
easily
Easily 1
behind.
year.
And I was telling, why will he do it? Don't torture me. Just leave.
It's not a question of torture, because self-doubt becomes, you've done this, he has done this, he has done this, what am I going to do? That was the reason why
also
and it's not that I've played bad guys before, even as a lead bad guy, psychopaths and all that, but this is something else.
Yeah. First time. We are lucky to have Kamal sir.
The detailing of the equipments that are going to be there, like the bus, for example. And the car,
auto.
and I didn't know that Buji was made in India.
It is fully
Made by
early
Mahindra
made
and one
in
of
India.
the
It was made by Mahindra and J Motors, and
Yeah.
also a lot of young Indian engineers. A lot
It's
of
just
young,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Many a times I used to ask Nagi when I went on the set and said, "Okay, how did you think of this?" He said, "There are companies that have think tanks, and we gave them the idea, and they come up with projections, and then we approve something."
Even for our storyboard, you came up with a new guy. I suggested somebody.
Correct, sir.
We even tried that.
Correct, sir. Yes.
It's not that they have a team and they'll never try anything new. Because we tried, we didn't like it.
Yes.
We came back.
For your
so
look.
there was still experimentation.
Yes.
Even my look, I don't know, it must have changed about 5 times at least. Costume,
Agreed.
look, everything.
No, and also Nagi is very fortunate to be working with you two, especially at your stature. You're willing to experiment with him. You're willing to explore things with him. So in one of the interviews which we just did, they said, was it a big pressure? Shooting with Bachchan sir and Kamal sir. He said, initially, I was like, I found it very funny and silly that I would actually direct both of them. then, it felt so easy because they both said, don't make me an Amitabh Bachchan, don't make me a Kamal Haasan. Do something else with us. He had the same notion with both of you all, and he enjoys working with you both so much. Absolute no pressure. I'm like, you were directing them, and he has no pressure on his face. So I think it's a great synergy.
I don't know about you, but it's terrible to be able to even think like this. I don't want to play myself. But what is myself? I'm not me. With all due respects, we're all fakes in front of the camera anyway. We're playing fake characters. The writer is a true genius. He dreams, he thinks. But all of us are fake. So, what is it about me? It's nothing. It's just something that you've seen in a visual in a film. It's not that this is how we are.
But Amitji, that's a gyan you get after 20-25 years.
And Deepika, first time you're doing a Telugu film, it's like completely different from the Bollywood, or little different, or very, very different?
No, I mean,
And now Nagi is very different for us also, because in the first story when he told me, I could hear only 20%. Other part I asked my friends, like, what is I didn't understand. So he's like, it should have been tough for you from Bollywood to this.
No, I mean, I think that world of the movie, which I think is new, even for the audience, it's new. But I think as actors, you're not really thinking. I think when you emote, the language, I think, comes secondary. It's
No,
the
is
emotion
a problem.
is what, and I think that's the language of cinema, right? It's transcends borders. So you can act in English, you can act in Telugu, you can act in Hindi, but I think as long as the emotion, you can just say so much with your eyes without saying anything at all, and be able to convey that emotion.
And you can show the best
The
with
words
your
are
eyes.
more like a crutch, I feel. So no, I didn't feel like, I'm now working in Telugu cinema, or it didn't feel overwhelming in that sense, because what you're investing in as an actor is the emotional journey of the character.
But for a production of this value and extent, what I found was that until Nagi got the right thing at the right place, he never compromised.
Yeah, it doesn't.
If he did something